A little bit of basic catching today, going through basics as usual for the first week back, but they're really important. So the basis of any catching, especially close in fielding, is going to come from your starting position, because that's going to dictate how well you can react, how balanced you are, how well you can move your head to the ball, all those things. So basic position is almost just like a little half squat, so feet just slightly wider than shoulder width apart, facing forwards, bend those knees sort of slightly, not too much, so we don't want to be too low. Probably if you get your hands on your knees, that's about right, and then take your hands off out in front so that you've got room to take the ball. Ideally you want the weight on the balls of your feet again, so that you can move from side to side quite comfortably. And well, from front on, that's about it really. Just make sure you've got your head up, hands ready to catch the ball. If you look at that sideways, okay, however this is about sideways for you, my knees are slightly flexed, my hands are on my knees, and then the back's the important bit. You want to try and keep this nice and flat. What we don't want to be doing is being in this position, rounded back. We want to be nice and straight. So it's almost like you're on a squat rack and you're just doing your exercises. My head is just in front of my feet, and I've got my hands out now, so you can see my hands are in front of me so that I can use them. If my hands are in here, they can get stuck on my legs. So that's the basic position. Get yourself in front of a mirror so you can check it, so you can make sure your back's nice and straight and you're in a good starting position. And then from there, we'll go and do some catching drills. First, easiest drill just to practice your catching, just get against the wall, so just over an arm's length away, a couple of strides away, get down into that position, keeping that straight back, hands front. All we're going to be doing now is just very gentle, very easy catches against the wall. Can we keep our position, okay? Can we be catching the ball out in front? Seems really simple, but it's just getting our hands moving. Brick wall here, quite good, so it's got the odd little indentation, so every now and then it'll chuck one off sideways, which is always a good way to test how balanced you are, because if you can react to it and move to it easy enough, you know you're in a good position. Then, to make it a little bit harder, all we're going to do then is go from side to side, one hand to one hand. So now it's just testing that coordination a little bit more. And again, if you start getting from side to side, you can start to move on your base and on your feet. From side to side, you can test your movement. So they're two really simple drills that you can do absolutely anywhere. And you can make them as easy or as hard as you want. You can get really close and test your reactions. You can get further away and throw it harder. You can use a more uneven surface to make it come off at different angles. But I suggest everybody starts, even on a flat ball, just get the basics, get used to catching in that posture, and build it up, and then start to challenge yourself, start to have games with yourself, make it as hard as you can. And now we'll look at a few ways just to make it a bit more challenging.
Okay, so moving on from that, just bringing in, maybe if you've got two balls, try and bring in two balls and get the two going against the wall. So it's similar to catching with a partner where you go alternate hands. Maybe get one going first so you kind of get used to it, and then bring the other one in and speed it up as quick as you can once you get going. Give it a go, change it around, see how you get on. Okay, so what we're working on here is a little bit of reaction. So we've just set up a bit of a drill, a couple of chairs, a jumper and a crutch. You can use whatever you want, a towel, broomstick, anything. So it's all you're thinking of is that blind spot of where we lose the ball. Can you still work on that position that Mr. Anion was talking about, when you need to move quickly, keeping those positions, moving those feet in the right areas so that you can still get in the best position to catch the ball. Have a go at this. If you find it easy, keep moving forward, get closer, make it more difficult for yourself. Also, send us in some videos or some photos of what you've set up for your reactions. Let us know how you got on. Let us see what you've done.